Welcome to Career Talk. I'm Kaylin Miller, and today we are here with Joe Johnson. How are you this morning?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm good. So can you tell me a little bit more about what it is to be a Masonry Foreman?
Basically, what I do is I lead a crew of up to 20 guys, sometimes more, through the daily tasks of what we're trying to perform every day. Keep materials in front of my guys, work through any problems or issues that may arise. Basically just convey a message of what we're trying to do every day while being productive, do quality work and be safe every day.
Did you have to go through any special training or get a certain degree to be able to do what you do?
Yeah, I have a year at tech school, and a lot of what you learn right out here on the job. You just kind of pick it up as you go.
What was your career path, and how did you get to the career that you have right now?
I've always liked to work with my hands. I've always liked to build things. So at an early age, I knew I wanted to work outside in the field. So, when I got out of high school, this opportunity kind of was in front of me. So I gave it a shot, and that was 21 years ago, and I'm still here. So I must have liked it,
Right. So what are you specifically working on in the stadium?
The brick and block. There's probably over 100,000 block on this job, and there's over 200,000 brick. So it's a pretty big project.
Yeah.
There's a lot of coordination that goes along with it.
Have you ever worked in a stadium before?
Nope, I've never. Well, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I have worked at a stadium before, UW Lacrosse Stadium. I have worked up there, but no, I've never ran a stadium before. But yeah, I have worked on one.
If someone was interested in doing what you do, so what would you suggest for them to do?
So if somebody wanted to get into the trade, I just tell them, just pay attention. Listen to your peers around you, because that's who you're going to learn from. Those are the people that you're going to get better from. Those are the people that know. So you just have to learn something every day, and it'll take you, your whole career, which, it's over 30 years for most guys. So yeah, you just got to learn something every day, pick something up every day, and there's something to be learned every day. Even at my, I've been doing this for 21 years. You learn something every day. You can always learn from somebody. So just pay attention and have a good attitude. A lot of it is attitude.
Right. Do you like that you go into the day not knowing what to expect or learning something new every day? Do you like that aspect of your job?
Yeah, that's the challenge of it. Is every day is different. You might think yesterday you know what's going to happen today, but that day will change. It could be because of the weather. It could be a machine breaks down. It could be a couple of guys don't show up. So there's always situations that you have to react to that are different every day from what it was yesterday. So yeah, every day is a different day.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit more about what we see going on behind us and what role you play in doing and everything here?
So what's going on behind us is this wall goes up over 30 feet, and what you see in building right now goes up to a certain elevation, and there's these big precast arches that go across that. So essentially my job is to relay the message to these guys, what elevations we're trying to hit, and then what happens as the wall kind of changes as we go up with it. Mm-hmm. And that's my job, is to interpret the drawings and relay the message to my crew of the daily tasks that we're trying to perform every day.
How long have you been a Masonry Foreman?
I've probably been a Masonry Foreman for about 15 years of my 21 years of being a Mason. How it's changed, a lot of our drawings now, 15 years ago, everything was on paper. You had these big, huge drawings that you lugged around, and you basically needed a truck. Now I carry around a tablet,
Mm-hmm.
or it's on a computer, and you just click on that page and it comes up instead of scrolling through. Some of these jobs are 2,000 pages. When you look at the steel to the masonry to the civil drawings, that there's literally 2,000 pages in a complete building like this. So yeah, the speed of how you can go through them drawings has changed a lot. So that's pretty cool.
What's something that you really enjoy about your job?
The challenge, honestly. I love the challenge. I love working with the guys. Every one of them guys relies on me. Everything that happens with this masonry job falls on me. So you know, they rely on me just as well as they rely on their paycheck on Friday. I mean, working with the guys, working with the different trades too, because they all rely on us and we rely on them. We rely on the people in CCI's trailer. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces that got to come together to build a building this size.
Is this one of the bigger projects that you've worked on?
Yeah, it's probably right there with one of the bigger projects I've ever worked on. It's probably one of the most intricate projects I've ever done. I mean, there's a lot of detail in this building with the arches, stuff that you don't typically see on a building, you know, like a school or an office building or something. You know, these arches are pretty site specific to here. You don't normally see that, so that's really neat.
Does any specific like personality trait, or if someone has a certain interest, figure out if they wanted to be a foreman?
Yeah. If you got to have a really good attention to detail. A lot of foresight goes in. You got to be able to see problems before they arise. You got to really like, you know, working in all types of weather. You know, we're out here in 30 below, up to 100 degrees, you know, and the sun's baking you. So you gotta be kind of a hardened individual. You gotta be a tough person with a very tough demeanor and personality, because you get all different types of people that you're working with. But yeah, you gotta have a really good attention to detail. You gotta want to learn. You gotta want to catch problems before they arise. So that's where the attention to detail comes in.
If you were talking to yourself like 20 years ago, was there anything that you would have wanted to know before going into this job?
Yeah, you don't really realize how physical it is and the toll it takes on your body over a span of, you know, 20 years. And some of these guys, like I said, have been doing it 35. You know, yeah, I wish, you know, 20 years ago, I wish I had wore earplugs a lot more, you know, because you don't ever know the effect that it's going to have on your hearing, or the dust will have on your lungs, or what the weight of some of these brick and block and the material you handle and wrestle around all day has on your back, you know. The physical aspect of it, you just don't fully comprehend until you're 20 years into it.
Great. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with us. It looks like you have a lot going on, so thank you for talking with us.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thank you for watching. If you have any other questions about being a masonry foreman, contact CareerTalk or Cornerstone Construction.